Welcome to Auntie K's, your favorite radical queer indigenous auntie, bringing you tarot every day. Hi, and welcome to Auntie K's Tarot. Today's video is a video where there's going to be a practice reading with a friend playing a client, asking a scenario and doing a reading on it. So that you can watch me work through a reading where we're not just imagining that there is another person. We have somebody ad-libbing that they're another person, and this is how the reading is going to play out. And then as I'm doing that, it will be interrupted with me explaining what I'm doing, why I'm making decisions about cards and what the cards placements are. And hopefully this will be helpful. Hi, I am Auntie Krista. How can I help you today?
Hi, my name is Sandy. I was wondering if you could see what my boss thinks of me. I have my 3-month probation period coming up and I really want to do well at this job.
I can look into this for you. Can I ask what field you are currently working in?
Yes, it's a demolition company, which is why I really want this because it's my first job that is paid this well. I'm currently at the bottom, cleaning up debris and want to stick around and move up.
All right, Sandy, we are going to see how you are going to do in this job.
Perfect.
All right, so for this reading, it's a Celtic cross. I realize I do not lay it out the same as everybody else. But here we have the situation and what is crossing it. So we have the situation, Knight of Wands. Our client is really eager and passionate about going after this job. They feel like they're putting lots of action into it. Their hopes, possibly, their hopes and dreams, the bigness of it is something that maybe is getting in the way or is crossing it, or it can be positive or negative. We'll see as we see the rest of the cards. Four of Wands is where things are at in this reading. So we are seeing that this is a really great company. They are bringing through to it. They're at this moment where they're about to move forward. They're about to find that 3-month review. This is where we're at. The rest of the cards will inform how that plays out. In the past, the Knight of Swords, they maybe were rushing a bit in the past, speeding off through things. This, where things are at now, does look more steady. But what's coming in, there could be some harsh news coming in. And what we see as our short term, what's about to happen, there's a pause or a resting period, an action that can be taken. What's going on next? The world. This is a completion. So these things aren't making things look possibly great, but we're going to keep seeing where this is going. So it can be heavy, it can be completion, it can also be moving on to a next stage. We do know that one of the things Sandy said to us is that they want to stick around and move up. So some of this might be about how much they're actually going to move up in this place. Because at the environment, we have an opportunity. The Ace of Pentacles can often be that contract, that long-term contract that you're looking at. And that's the energy and the environment of the moment. The Five of Swords is coming in for what I call motivations, hopes, and fears. And we know that our client here, Sandy, is worried that maybe they're not seen for who they are. Maybe they'll get passed over. Maybe they're afraid that they've slipped up or taken opportunity. This Knight of Swords, who is rushing a bit too much and maybe was just thinking about themselves a bit and not the job as a whole a bit in the beginning, and they're afraid of that because we're looking at that. The long-term outcome is the Knight of Cups, and the Knight of Cups is positive. It reinforces this. It gives us perspective on this, and it reinforces that the Four of Wands is, we see some stabilizing. So they're really hoping for something. They're worried about their initial performance. The news might be a little bit harsh, but I think overall it's going to go well. Sandy, I can see here from this reading that your boss recognizes the passion and hope that you have for this job, that you've really brought in some improvement. There was a bit of uncertainty when you first came in. Is that something you're aware of?
Yes, it was.
And while that looks like it might be brought up as a reminder in your 3-month probation meeting, there will be some harsh delivery of the news. It does look like you are going to get the job. As far as moving up, that could be a little slower than you think. It could be that, well, your boss is going to agree to keep you on, but it looks like they are going to say it will take a bit more time to see where you'll be moving forward in this job. So it will be important for you to really show that you can take on a heavier burden of responsibility, show real commitments, that you've come to a fuller understanding and are ready for a new journey where you take on these big responsibilities.
Oh.
It looks like you might be a little really worried that the past is overshadowing you in this.
Okay.
So take the news that your boss is going to give you really well. Don't overreact to it.
Okay.
And for those reading, that's something about the Three of Swords. This isn't big and total heartbreak. And when we see this, there's going to be some cautious news followed by a positive outcome. And in this work environment that Sandy's in demolition, she might be one of the few women. This can be a reminder to stay strong. Don't wear your emotions on your sleeve. Three of Swords isn't total heartbreak, but it can feel really hard to hear. So what I'm going to end up advising Sandy here is, Sandy, when you're in that meeting, take the difficult news really well. Don't let your emotions show on your face. Respond really strongly to it. Your boss will call attention to previous behavior, focus on the responsibility going on right now, and ask for a little bit longer to decide how far you are going to grow in this company. But this will, in time, bring you to grow in the company. But yes, you're going to be there to stay on.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.